The man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been formally charged and could face the death penalty. And President Trump began his 2-day visit to the United Kingdom this morning. Good morning. I'm Windsor Johnston from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. The man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk has been officially charged with aggravated murder and could face the death penalty. Martha Harris of member station KUER reports that investigators are working to learn more about the motive behind the deadly shooting last week.
Tyler Robinson appeared virtually from the Utah County Jail. He is being held there without bail. Robinson sat silently in front of a white wall, except when he said his name. In the brief hearing, a Utah judge read Robinson the 7 charges against him. Robinson nodded as the judge talked to him, but did not show much emotion. He has been charged with aggravated murder. Prosecutors have filed their intent to seek the death penalty. The judge said a defense lawyer will be appointed to represent Robinson because of his financial circumstances. The judge also approved a protective order from Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. This prohibits Robinson from contacting her. For NPR News, I'm Martha Harris in Provo, Utah.
President Trump and the First Lady rode with King Charles and Queen Camilla in a carriage procession to Windsor Castle this morning. The president's visit to the United Kingdom marks the start of a 2-day state visit, which includes meetings with members of the royal family and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The Trumps were also treated to a special military ceremony on the castle's east lawn. Later on, the president and First Lady will lay a wreath at the tomb of Queen Elizabeth II during a private visit. Tonight, King Charles will deliver a speech at the start of a state banquet. Hospital officials in Gaza City say more than 100 people have been killed in Israel's latest offensive. NPR's Carrie Khan reports roads are jammed as hundreds of thousands of people try to leave the area.
Israel's military says it is opening another road out of Gaza City for 48 hours. Images of the exodus show a single coastal road clogged with packed vehicles, along with entire families walking south in the searing sun. The military continues to drop leaflets ordering people to leave immediately, even if they must on foot. The military has not said how people in hospitals, incapacitated, or the elderly will be evacuated. The heads of more than 20 major aid agencies working in Gaza called on world leaders to intervene in what they say is an unprecedented humanitarian catastrophe. A UN commission this week concluded that Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. Israeli officials have called that a fabrication. Carrie Khan, NPR News, Tel Aviv.
Researchers at Yale University are accusing Russia of militarizing kidnapped Ukrainian children. NPR's Joanna Kikissis reports from Kyiv.
Investigators at the Humanitarian Research Lab at Yale School of Public Health say they have found more than 200 camps where Ukrainian children as young as 8 are taught Russian patriotic education and combat skills.
They're giving them actual training in grenade throwing. And in one case, we know they're involved in the manufacture of drones.
Nathaniel Raymond is the director of the Humanitarian Research Lab.
They are in a training pipeline that has tactical scenarios and curricula that lead only to one conclusion. They're not taking them to paratrooper jump school to make them mall cops.
Investigators used open source evidence and high-resolution satellite images to locate the camps. Joanna Kikissis, NPR News, Kyiv.
Afghanistan's Taliban government has suspended internet service in 2 major cities, cutting education access for women and girls. NPR's Dia Hadid has more.
Residents in the cities of Kandahar and Balkh reported the internet had been suspended in their areas since at least the afternoon Afghan time. It caused particular consternation among women and girls who study online to circumvent the Taliban's ban on females attending school after grade 6. One official who spoke on condition of anonymity said it was because the online world was a source of moral corruption. But another senior official, Sahel Shaheen, said a fibre optic cable was disconnected because it was costly to maintain and lacked, quote, effective filtering. He said the public had not been impacted. The suspension comes amid what appears to be a push by Taliban authorities to impose even more hardline rules. Dia Hadid, NPR News, Mumbai.
The Trump administration is ordering the removal of certain signs and exhibits related to slavery at national parks in the U.S. NPR's Frank Langfitt says they include a photograph of an enslaved man with scars on his back.
The 1863 photo shows scars on the back of an enslaved man named Peter Gordon, who was wounded by his masters. The takedown notice comes after the government told staff to flag content that might inappropriately disparage Americans or perpetuate what it calls a false reconstruction of the nation's history. Alan Spears oversees cultural resources at the National Parks Conservation Association. He says taking down the photo would be a mistake.
What's behind this is the notion of being able to soften or sanitize history as it's displayed at or interpreted at federal sites.
The Park Service has flagged other materials, including signs at George Washington's home in Philadelphia, that explain how he circumvented laws at the time to avoid having to free his slaves there. Frank Langfitt, NPR News, Washington.
Jerry of Ben & Jerry's has announced that he's stepping down after nearly 50 years as co-founder of the ice cream giant. In a statement posted on X, Jerry Greenfield said the company's independence has been lost and its social activism silenced under the control of its parent company. In a statement to multiple news outlets, Unilever responded to Greenfield's announcements, saying it disagreed with his perspective and thanked him for his service and support over the decades. Jerry Greenfield and Ben Cohen started the ice cream company in a renovated gas station in 1978. Costco has issued a recall for its bottles of Kirkland brand Prosecco, warning they could shatter without warning. The company is urging customers to carefully wrap unopened bottles in paper towels, place them in plastic bags, and throw them away. This is NPR News in Washington.